Alright, hello. Time for Artisan Journal 2026. This is an open collaboration hosted by the Becca JB. And it's the fourth one. I think it's the Crafty Girl. And I just watched the prompt not that long ago. I'm so apologize. Kathy, I know her name's Kathy. I think it's the Crafty Girl 62. Again, I will get better at this mentioning who hosts and co-hosts. I do apologize. But they are both linked in the description for sure. Please go check out their channels. And yeah, so this week's prompt is handwriting, which I thought was really interesting. Becca is doing to help, I think, make the prompts she said to make them a little bit more fun. She's tying them to national holidays. That's a calendar that she, I think, found, or something she found online. I was going to say on the internet. Why I thought that sounded silly. And then she gives a little bit of facts about the day. So I thought that was pretty cool. So at first I blanked for a second. I'm like, oh, handwriting? My handwriting, I think, is not super great. It's not fun handwriting. I mean, it's legible at least, but so I just kind of was for a minute, I was like, oh, I don't know, what am I going to do? And then I remembered at one point, and maybe I still will, right? I wanted to get into creative lettering a little bit to make my, if I wanted to put sentiments in my own handwriting on my cards, or whatever, and to make it, creative lettering, calligraphy and stuff like that. So for Christmas a few years ago, I had received a book, and then I also bought a couple to practice and try to learn, but I only attempted, once or twice, and I haven't really gone back to it. But thanks to a book that I bought, and I was going through, and inspiration struck, and I found and you kind of see a sneak peek of it sitting right there. I saw one of the quotes, and I really liked it. It really spoke to me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to do what it says. So I actually left the stuff out that I used, right? I don't usually remember to do that. Now I'm using my older camera, so hopefully you should still be able to see things okay. But hopefully if anyone's interested in getting this book, this was on clearance, I think at Joann's. I think this is a Joann's clearance sticker, yeah. So obviously, unfortunately, Joann's not around anymore, but I'm assuming that this book might still be available. I know thriftbooks.com is a good place to get books. I've gotten books there before. I did have an issue once or twice where it came in a little bit worse condition than they said that it was, and I had no problems getting my money back. So they let me keep the book. I got my money back. And bookoutlet.com, that's another good place too. And of course eBay, and probably Amazon too. But anyway, I don't know if they're still making this book. But this is by American Crafts, A Beginner's Guide Practice Handwriting, and this is specifically fill-ins. So includes 50 8.5 by 11 practice pages. So I started flipping through this, and I found this one here. I actually put a little I just put these tweezers in there so I could flip right to the page. And so this is an example of one of the pages, and this, like I said, the one I used. So it tells you, to roughly sketch it out in pencil, then use pencil and write it in. I personally skipped the banners because I didn't feel like making the triangles. And then it says add pattern to downstrokes, pin it, banner, and accents. So I did that. And it says go over with pen, let it dry, and then erase pencil marks. Now, I'm a very heavy writer. I pressed down hard, so not all the pencil came out. I was trying to be good, but then toward the end, you'll see in a minute. But yeah, so this is believe in the good things coming, and I really just, it spoke to me. I really liked that one. So this says the style is block and monoline lettering, supplies, pencil, monoline pen, eraser, but I didn't go exactly right. I didn't go exactly by the pattern, and I didn't have a monoline lettering, or I'm sorry, a monoline pen, I don't think. So that's that, and then I used my creative lettering that I got from Target. This was in my Target haul. It was say like that, haul a few weeks ago, and I thought, well, this is perfect because this is supposed to be for that. So I used the midliner. I always say midliner, but it's mild liner. always say midliner. I don't know. Dual tip brush pen, and then I use the fun dotting tool, dotting pen. So yeah, I always use this, which was cool, right? I actually used something I bought a few weeks ago in one of my pages. And then I added a couple flower stickers, and I think I've shown this book before, but I really like this one a lot. The Bunches of Botanicals, a blooming sticker book. I think this is by, oh yeah, Peter Popper Press, which I've heard that I feel like they're a good brand. So I got this for Christmas a few years ago, and I have used it in my art journal a few times. Really beautiful, beautifully. I see I used a bunch there. Really beautiful flowers. I love this one. But yeah, so that's what I used, and then here I can finally show what I did. So as you can see, it's not exactly the same, but I did my best. I think for the first time I think I did a pretty good job. I don't know what happened to the poor B here, so it's much smaller than the rest of the letters. Purposely, the L is supposed to be a bit bigger, and this is supposed to be pretty small. So of course I had my squares, rectangles around it, and most of it erased pretty well, but down here is where I think I went a little more heavy-handed. But, and I just added a couple flowers. If I do this again, which I did enjoy doing it was something a little bit different. I feel like I would do it on some colored cardstock or do something more of the background because it is very white. But I also, the point is right for this to stand out, so I don't know. I thought I did this pretty well. Looking through the camera, you can definitely tell the end is a little bit like, you know. The dotting tool was really fun to use, and I just free-handed that, so I thought I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good doing it straight. But yeah, that is my handwriting page for this week, so that was fun. I enjoyed doing something different. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye!